What's up, guys? We back. I know this is a different type of episode. This is a special episode. I've been giving y'all a bunch of updates on this cookbook. It's actually finally out. When this video drops, it'll be out everywhere. Soft covers will be out on February 6th. So hardcovers will be on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, as well as the ebooks. But like I said, back to it. This is a special episode. First, congratulations on my cookbook. I published it. It's official. Everything is IBSNs, ebooks, softbook, both covers, both copies. Excuse me. All ready to go. I got the family here with me. I got my wife. I got my mom. I got my grandmother. I got 3 different generations with a bunch of expertise in the kitchen. So this should be a great episode. I want all my food lovers, my foodies, even chefs may find something here that they think that they could maybe implement into their recipes or whatever, you know. So we're gonna get right into it. All 3 of these ladies have recipes in the book. So the book was basically about, if you guys are not familiar, this is your first time hearing, the book is called Family Favorites, Recipes Passed Down with Love, right? So it's basically about all of my family's recipes, basically, that I love, my family's favorites, you know what I mean? Like, so my mom's mac and cheese, my wife's jerk barbecue wings, my grandmother's potato salad, stuff like that. So today we're gonna give you in the kitchen, hands-on with the actual chefs, the creators. It's gonna be fun, you know what I mean? So make sure that y'all stay tuned, and I'm gonna let them get into the first time that they cooked it and what inspired them, basically. So I'll let them take it from here. This is just an introduction to get y'all up to speed to where we're at. And y'all know y'all looking at us, what's going on today? You're usually in studio and all. Listen, I got something special for y'all today. So we start to the left. We'll start with Mom. Tell us a little bit about Mama's mac and cheesy goodness.
So the reason why I started making this mac and cheese is because my kids love it. So what I would do is I boil elbow noodles, macaroni noodles. I make them al dente. Or what I mean is like not too mushy, because if you make them too mushy, the macaroni and cheese is going to be mushy. So I put this in a bowl, I strain it with water. I strain the water off of it. And once I strain the water off of it, I begin to season the macaroni, because it's very important that you season it, because if you don't, you're going to have some bland macaroni and cheese.
So you season the macaroni before you put any cheese in it?
Yes, I season it. Okay?
I just making sure y'all.
I season it.
Not giving y'all exact measurements, but we give y'all a little bit. Y'all
I season it. I don't over season it, because once I put everything together, I do another seasoning so we can make sure, because you got to realize that when you do a pasta, it's a lot of water in pasta, so sometimes it doesn't soak out. Mm-hmm. So what I do is after I strain it, I season just a little bit lightly. Then I crack my egg, of course, and I season the egg.
Season everything. We season everything.
You have to season everything.
That's why I said it's good. Listen, I'm just saying, I was making sure.
You cannot have bland macaroni and cheese. Okay. So after I season the egg, I season the pasta a little bit, and then I take carnation milk, or you can take whole milk, whichever way you prefer. If you're lactose tolerant, then maybe you should use another type of milk. Right? Okay. So now I pour this in the pot, and I let the milk simmer a little bit, and then I start to add cheese. You could use like deli cheese. You could use just as long as it's sliced cheese, because you need it to become a sauce, and you need the sauce to be thick, because that's a big part of your macaroni and cheese. So now, before I pour that sauce on, I put the cut up cheese all through the macaroni and cheese, because that makes it also connect. And then I add the egg. The egg is seasoned, right? So now the cheese is going to remind you, the cheese is not seasoned, so it's going to add some blandness to the macaroni and cheese. So that's why I season it all again at the end. So now after I melt the cheese, now I have a thick sauce. I have the milk and the sliced cheese, and now I pour it all over. And so now you have this cheese, which is the cut up cheese. You could use mozzarella cheese if you want to. Some people like mozzarella cheese. My sons didn't really make a big deal about the mozzarella cheese. So I usually just use the mild cheddar, sharp cheddar. And I put it all in a bowl. And I don't put it in the cooked bowl first. What I do is put it in a regular serving bowl and mix it all good. And once I mix it together, then I do my last seasoning. Once I do my last seasoning, then I take out my whatever I'm cooking it in, my cooking dish, and then I pour it all inside together, and then I put it in the oven. And I just make sure that it's evenly spreaded, and I make sure.
the oven settings because they gotta get the book once again. Just make sure.
I won't.
Okay.
So, and I just make sure it's even, and make sure that so when it cooks thoroughly, and that it's on the same setting that it's supposed to be.
Awesome.
Okay?
She gave y'all too much. You know what I mean? But perfect. You know what I mean? I can't wait till y'all get to see the end result, the middle video, everything. That was perfect. Next we're gonna move to my wife. Tell us about Drake wings. Come on.
Okay, so really where this started was a few years ago. Me and my sister used to have a whole wing competition.
Okay.
And this is what I came up with. She would do her own style, but this was my style. It started off just as jerk wings with some seasoning, but then I upgraded it and added barbecue sauce.
Okay.
And I just took it to another level.
Okay. So tell us how you. What's first? Don't give them, like I said, don't give them everything. Don't give them no type of measurements, no. But
so
tell
of
us how
course you start off with your wings. I have a good amount.
2 pounds. I give you that. You got to go healthy on the wings. Come on, man. We talking about wings. So go ahead.
Okay, so you start off with the wings. Wash it. Don't wash it. That's your business. But I do wash it.
There you go.
Of course we have some jerk seasoning, some green seasoning, some regular seasoning, salt, pepper, adobo, garlic, onion. The amounts that you prefer, some browning, and then you just mix it all together.
We got a little special guest who loves the wings. Say hello.
Bye-bye.
Say hello, everybody. Go ahead.
You put them in the oven for a little while,
Mm-hmm.
uncover it, put the barbecue sauce, get a nice little glaze, nice little crispiness,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. It's perfect.
Okay, all right. That's awesome. Listen, it's delicious. All of listen, not just these 3 dishes, but I love every single recipe. It's 11 recipes in the book. It's actually 10, but it's a bonus. So it's really 11. But
Yes,
I love every recipe in the book. And could we please get into that potato salad? That's at every barbecue, every Thanksgiving, everywhere. Talk about it, girl. Come on.
Good evening, everybody.
This is my grandma.
I'm Grandma.
Hello.
And I'm also great grandma.
Great grandma.
So what I'm going to share with you is my potato salad. But of course, you know it came from my grandma
Okay.
and from my Aunt Ruby.
Mm.
So what they did back then, and we're talking in the 60s and the 50s, people back then, they didn't necessarily measure everything, they sort of felt it.
Okay.
They would feel it.
Take us there.
And then they would decide, of course, how they put the seasoning in by feeling and tasting. So my potato salad, as I got from my Aunt Ruby, and we all loved her, she's the one that did all the birthday parties. But anyway, so we take the potato. It depends too on how much potato salad you want to make. So I usually get about 3 to 4 potatoes, and that could be the yellow potatoes or white potatoes. And then I will cut them in squares, and then I boil them. And I boil them in a little salt because I want the salt to sort of season it. But before I do all of that, I make sure that I have my onions, because I love onions. But of course, that's your choice. I have onions I mix, I have bell pepper, I have celery that I mix into my potatoes once they have cooked. And I also put eggs into my potatoes. And then I put mayo. And then of course you could put relish if you want, depending on whether you like it. And then I put a little paprika. And then I take all of my potato salad that I've blended, and then I put eggs, slice them, put them on top, and then I put a little paprika.
Scrambled eggs?
No.
Okay.
Not scrambled.
All right.
You have to check the book.
We got Mama's mac and cheesy goodness. Look at all this cheese up here, the macaroni and everything. And Mama cleaning her hands. You ready, Mama?
Ready.
Ready? All right. She gonna put all of this together. She gonna show you how she do it. I'm just introducing her. After this, we show you how everything's gonna play. It's on you.
Hello, I am back with my famous macaroni and cheese. So I started off, I already seasoned the macaroni. And I can't tell you what I put on it because you have to do what? Get the book. So I have the seasoned macaroni. So now I'm going to put my cheeses. Guess what? You know what cheese it is? Get the book. All of these delicious cheeses. It's getting ready to be yummy. So now we have the macaroni. We have all of the cheeses. And now we have what? The famous, I can tell you this, eggs. Okay. So, like my mom says, clean up after yourself. Yeah. Almost finished. Now, the eggs were seasoned, the macaroni was seasoned, and now my famous sauce. And it's seasoned also. But guess what? You can't get the recipe unless you get the book. Now, I put all of this sauce in. And the key to great macaroni and cheese is a lot of people season it in the pan that you're going to cook it. But if you season it in the pan you cook it, you're not going to be able to thoroughly mix it. So make sure you use a separate bowl. Okay? So I just have to get one more spoon because I dropped the big one. Now, you mix, you mix, you mix, you mix, mix, mix. All of the nice seasoned ingredients. Now, my daughter-in-law tried this a couple weeks ago, right? She did good, but we still got to do a little bit more, okay?
She just used the recipe.
But she has to get the book. She has to get the book.
Family favorites, family favorites.
Family favorites. But this is the best thing about family favorites. When all of my grandchildren are old, and even if I'm not here, they will still know how great grandma did her mac and cheese. So now you put it into the cooking pan. You see how thick it looks? That's because it's well seasoned and all of the cheeses are in here. I think this pan may be a little too small. Right? So it should be like a casserole. I'm making a little bit of a mess, but you get the idea.
That's how we get. If you're not making a mess when you're making that mac and cheese, it might be
What
something
they say,
wrong.
if you not sneezing,
It ain't seasoned.
seasoned.
All right, all right.
And then, okay, it's macaroni and cheese. Now, I just cover it, and once I cover it, I put it in the oven. Let me get the lunar bowl. And you do not even have to oil the pan. You can use like a cooking spray non-stick so it doesn't stick, but just lightly, because you don't want it to be oily. And now, just put it in the oven.
Okay. So we have our bowl of chicken. We have 2 pounds here of wings. We have flats and we have drumettes as well. Obviously, you do what you prefer. We have some jerk seasoning, and we are going to pour that right in. We also have some green seasoning. And then of course some browning, if you would prefer some. And then you just go in with your hands and you mix it all in. Now after we get this all incorporated, you will put this in the oven for a bit, covered. You can marinate it. Personally, I don't have the patience and I don't really prepare ahead of time very well. So this is how we're doing it. Okay, that is blended pretty well. And you grab this And you will put a little bit of olive oil in the pan. You just need something that is okay to go in the oven. And then you will put the wings in there. Okay. And get all that seasoning in there. Okay. That is all done. Okay. Then you will cover this up with some foil. Very simple, very quick recipe. Anybody can do this. Nice and tight. And then you just put it right in the oven.
Grandson.
Of course.
Hi everybody. I'm going to actually mix my potato salad. Here are my potatoes, which I've already cooked, as well as of course cut. And I cut them in little squares. And then after I put my little potatoes in the bowl, then I mix. And I mix my ingredients, which are, guess what? I ain't gonna tell you. It's, I'll tell you a little secret. A little bell peppers. And I'm a person who loves onions. So that's your choice, of course. And then I put my other ingredients, which is, I tell you what, a chicken lays them. So then I mix it. As you can see, it's very easy. And I'm sure you're going to love it. Because all of my grandchildren and great-grandchildren love it. And guess what? I used to give it to my children also, before they had children, of course. Anyway, so you mix it. And then there's two other ingredients. One is I'm gonna really tell you this one, my mayo, so that you can blend it and give it a little taste. And some of us use mustard, and some of us use a little, I'm not gonna tell you what that is. But anyway, so you mix it, as I'm doing. And we're gonna eat this and have fun later, okay? Anyway, so I mix it together, and some people like mustard. They like their potato salad with a little more mustard. So I'm not gonna put it in this one. But anyway, after I mix it all, clean up after myself, of course. And I'm going to put this little stuff on it to give it a nice little color. And it's called paprika. Now you have to come and buy our book. You're going to enjoy the family.
You know, we got a little bit of young Lily Bryan on. She's also a family favorite. My daughter. One of my daughters is asleep right now. She would have been here too. But okay, so we finished the recipes. Everything is looking delicious. We're about to enjoy dinner. It is actually Sunday, so we're gonna enjoy Sunday dinner. Bubsy's jerk wings look amazing. We'll give you a little visual for the camera. Mama's mac and cheese is still probably piping hot and looks delicious. Grandma's potato salad. Did you guys have fun? 'Cause I had fun.
Amazing time with family.
Best time ever.
Family time is the best time. It's the best
No,
time.
it really is. Honestly, I honestly had. I honestly had a ball. Listen, if you want to make delicious food like this, if you want to impress your girlfriend, if you want to impress your wife, if you want to impress your husband, you want to impress your boyfriend, you want to impress your kids, you want to whoever, get the cookbook. make these meals for whoever we talking about, and you impress them. You know what I mean? It's $28. The ebook is out now. The hardcover will be $28.88. The link will be in the description. I even get y'all like a close-up picture, like as a, you know what I mean? I throw them up on the screen, maybe here, maybe there, whatever. It'll be on the screen, and everything is everything, man. I'm just happy I had a ball today. Let's enjoy the food.
Let's eat. Listen, buy the book. Lily, tell her. Buy the book.
Bye.
Good
Say,
job.
what's the name of the book? Say Family Favorites. There you go.
Family
Favorites. Link in the bio. Everybody, wait, hold on.
Family
One more thing I want
favorites.
everybody to say. Say like,
Like,
comment,
comment,
and subscribe.
and subscribe.